Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Book HQ. So I have She Baby with me again today. So if you hear talking and commotion, that's She Baby. Today's kind of difficult because I don't know which book to talk about. I'm really behind on the books that I should talk about because I've read so many books and I haven't made videos at the same pace that I've read the books. I still need to do Mary Lou's Duology, Warcross, and Wildcard, Sabata Hears, A Torch Against the Night, and A Reaper at the Gates, Tahira Mafi's Shatter Me series, and The Very Large Expanse of Sea. The two following books of Alexandra Bracken's Darkest Minds series. Like you can see, I'm like really behind, and right now I'm reading Becoming by Michelle Obama. I guess maybe I'll start with A Wise Man's Fear, the second book in the Kingkiller Chronicles by Patrick Rothfuss. Oh my god, I can't talk. By Patrick Rothfuss. It is the sequel to The Name of the Wind. It follows Kvothe on his journeys. We ended in the first book with him still being at the university, and in this book he takes sort of a hiatus from the university because of like the bad blood between him and Ambrose and how bad that's making the university look. He has this wealthy friend who can't take him on and be his patron, but he is friends with the mayor of Vint. He ends up introducing the two, and Kvothe goes and stays with the mayor of Vint and discovers that the mayor of Vint's very good friend / medical practitioner is secretly poisoning him. So he saves his life from this dude, and then there's like a whole lot of craziness that happens from then. So then after he saves his life, the mayor asks him to help him court this lady, Melowan. He helps him court Melowan, but then he also gets sent on this mission to deal with these bandits who are robbing the mayor of Vint of his taxes. And it's a huge sum of money. So then he goes with a group, I guess they're mercenaries. One of them is Tempi, and he's an Artem mercenary from Ademre. And then there are like 3 other people, a woman included. So they go on their mission, and then on this mission they find the bandits. One of the bandits is one of the 7. It's Cinder. And so then that's so confusing. You're like, well, why are one of the 7 engaging in highway robbery? To what end? We don't know. Then, of course, as the story is going on, he's obviously bumping into Diana, because she changes her name all the time. So he's always like running into her. So after they catch the bandits, they happen upon Felurian, who is like this ancient sex deity, and he catches her and she kind of enslaves him. So he stays with her. She teaches him a bunch of stuff, and then she makes this shield for him, which is meant to protect him, because the only way that she lets him go while he still has his mind. The stories all say that anyone who encounters Felurian stays with her, and she doesn't let them go, and if they are ever let go, they come back and they're like completely insane. So she lets him go. He's not insane, and that's because that he struck a deal with her that he'll come back, but first he must go and tell all the world about what an amazing lover she is. So he comes back to his mercenary friends, and then he ends up going with Tempi to Ademre, and he stays in Ademre for a while and learns at the school, the Ardum mercenary school, for a little while, but then eventually he ends up going back to the university. So the story cuts in between Kvothe now as a barkeeper, because he's telling the story to Bast and the Chronicler, and then they get robbed even, and then it's like this back and forth between the story and the happenings of the story, which is the past and the present, in the bar and at his inn. I'm not going to give the spoiler away of how the book actually ends, because of this funny story that was like, well, it's not really funny, but it was circulating about these 2 scientists that were working together in Antarctica for a really long while, and then one of them stabbed the other because the other kept giving away the endings of books that the other one hadn't read. So I'm not going to give you the ending of this book, but I will say that something that frustrated me a lot was that Kvothe always, like, he finds luck and he makes good luck because he's really intelligent and he's really useful and he's really good at almost everything he does, but then he mucks up his luck by always telling people that he's a member of the Ademaru, knowing full well that everybody hates the Ademaru and doesn't trust them and thinks the worst of them, and then things go terribly for him afterwards. And it's like he's always trying to be like, I'm so proud of being a Ademaru. No one cares that you're a Ademaru. Keep that to yourself. If you're like, it's very frustrating because you kind of think, oh, finally this guy is like on the up and up, and then he'll be like, I'm an Ademaru, and then things go horribly for him. And he just like, maybe he doesn't care, or he hasn't learned that like you don't need to always be like, oh, you're a Demaru. I don't know. I feel like maybe I enjoyed it a little less than the first book, than The Name of the Wind, but it's still a good read, and I'm waiting for the third book. Like, I've joined the wait for the third book with everyone else. So that is A Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss. And if you've read it, let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Click on the bell so that you can be notified every time I post a new video. Until next time, keep reading and keep watching. Bye-bye.